Welcome back to BB Secrets Daily. Los Angeles is bracing for heartbreak and revenge. Ridge has chosen Brooke over Taylor, and that decision has awakened Thomas's fury. He isn't just angry, he's unpredictable, volatile, and possibly more dangerous than ever. What happens when his rage finally explodes? Tell me, do you think Brooke is truly in danger this time? Let's begin with Ridge. Once again, the carousel of love turns and he finds himself in Brooke's arms. It's almost as if fate has written the same chapter over and over again. But this time, don't you feel it too? It's heavier, more brutal. Taylor isn't just heartbroken, she's shattered. Think about it. Taylor allowed herself to hope. She believed this was finally her moment. Not as the fallback option, not as the woman waiting in the shadows, but as the true love chosen openly and proudly. She envisioned a future where her children could look at her with pride, where Ridge would stand beside her without hesitation. And then, just like that, those dreams collapsed. The humiliation cuts deep. To be left standing, rejected, while her children watch the man she's loved her whole life walk away. What could sting more? For Ridge, being with Brooke is like breathing. It doesn't matter how many lives are destroyed along the way, he sees love. But Taylor? She sees betrayal, deceit, and the cruel reminder that history always repeats. And betrayal like this? It doesn't just wound. It awakens rage, especially when Thomas is watching his mother crumble. Now let's focus on Thomas. He is one of the most fascinating yet terrifying figures in The Bold and the Beautiful. On the surface, he's brilliant, creative, charismatic, but underneath there's a darkness that never really goes away. We've seen it before. The obsession with hope, the manipulation, the lies. The brain tumor explanation gave viewers a reason for some of his past behavior, but let's be honest, Thomas's issues go far deeper. Even on his best days, there's an unsettling edge to him. And right now, that edge is razor sharp. Thomas built his entire sense of purpose around one mission: uniting his parents. He wasn't just hoping for a wedding. He was desperate to rewrite the family story, to finally see Taylor get the happiness she's been denied for decades. That vision gave him stability. It gave him direction. It gave him hope that maybe he wasn't the villain after all. But Ridge shattered that dream in an instant. Now, what does Thomas have left? A failed relationship with Paris Buckingham, a reputation still scarred by years of manipulation, and a mother who just had her heart ripped apart. When a man like Thomas feels cornered, when he feels he has nothing to lose, that's when he's most dangerous. So I'll ask you this. If you were Brooke Logan, would you feel safe knowing Thomas is watching your every move right now? And here's where things get chilling. The warning signs are already there. Just last week, Thomas didn't simply talk to Brooke. He issued a warning. His words were sharp, laced with menace, a clear line in the sand. Stay away from his parents. That wasn't a protective son speaking. That was a man teetering on the edge of something much darker. And consider this. His personal life has collapsed too. His relationship with Paris? Finished. His reputation? Fragile at best. His future? Uncertain. Thomas has no anchor, no reason to hold back. And when a man feels he's already lost everything, he becomes unpredictable. He convinces himself that the unthinkable is somehow justified. So what happens next? Does Thomas publicly humiliate Brooke, tearing down her image in front of the Forresters? Or does his rage boil over into something more dangerous? An outburst, a confrontation, maybe even an act of violence. It's not so far-fetched. Thomas has kidnapped before. He's lied, he's schemed, and he's crossed moral lines that most characters wouldn't dare touch. So why should Brooke believe she's safe now? Let me throw this to you. Do you think Thomas is capable of physical revenge against Brooke, or will he find another way to destroy her? Maybe something psychological, something crueler than any attack. Now, let's shift the spotlight to Brooke Logan, the woman who has always been Ridge's destiny and, at the same time, Thomas's greatest enemy. Every time Ridge chooses Brooke, it's as if Taylor's heart is shattered into 1,000 pieces. And who watches those pieces fall? Thomas, the son who is sworn to protect his mother no matter the cost. From Thomas's perspective, Brooke isn't just Ridge's love. She's the obstacle, the reason Taylor suffers over and over again. And that resentment? It's been simmering for years. Now, with Ridge making his choice once more, Thomas's rage has been reignited, hotter than ever. Picture this. Brooke, alone in the grand halls of the Forrester mansion. The fire crackling, the house silent. Suddenly, Thomas steps in. His eyes, cold but burning with fury. Words are exchanged, sharp, cutting, unforgiving. The volume rises. Brooke defends herself, but Thomas pushes harder. And in that charged moment, the line between heated argument and physical danger begins to blur. Could Thomas go too far? Could he snap, lash out, and do the unthinkable? Kidnap Brooke, threaten her, or force her out of town to erase her from Taylor's life forever? It sounds extreme, but this is Thomas. And in The Bold and the Beautiful, the extreme has a way of becoming reality. So let me ask you, is Brooke truly the victim here? Or has Thomas finally reached the point of no return?
If Thomas acts on his rage, the consequences will be catastrophic.
Think about it. Ridge, caught in the middle, torn between his eternal love for Brooke and his desperate need to protect his son. How do you choose between the woman you can't quit and the child you've sworn to guide? For Ridge, it would be the ultimate nightmare. Taylor, meanwhile, could find herself in an impossible position. She might condemn Thomas's actions in public, but behind closed doors, could she really turn her back on him? As a mother, the instinct to defend her son might outweigh everything else, even Brooke's safety. Then there's Hope Logan. She has fought so hard to believe that Thomas has changed, that he's no longer the manipulative man who once tormented her. But if Thomas lashes out, all that belief comes crashing down. Hope will have to confront a truth she's tried to avoid. Maybe Thomas can never escape his darker impulses. And what about Forrester Creations? A scandal like this doesn't just stain reputations. It threatens the family's empire. Clients, investors, allies, everyone could turn their backs if Thomas crosses a line. The fallout could fracture the family from the inside out. So here's the chilling reality. If Thomas lets his obsession consume him, it won't just destroy Brooke. It could destroy the entire Forrester dynasty.
And that brings us here, to the cliff's edge.
Ridge and Brooke are reunited, Taylor is left in ruins, and Thomas is the ticking time bomb no one can defuse. The question isn't if he'll explode, but when. And who will be standing in the blast zone when he does? Is Brooke Logan really about to pay the ultimate price for Ridge's choice? Or is Thomas's fury a bluff, a storm of words that never turns into action? On The Bold and the Beautiful, nothing is ever certain until it happens. And that's what keeps us glued to every scene. The love, the betrayal, the danger that always feels one heartbeat away. But now it's your turn. What do you think, fans? Will Thomas actually harm Brooke, or will someone step in before it's too late? Could this be the storyline that finally breaks Ridge once and for all? Or will redemption find Thomas in the most unexpected way? Drop your predictions in the comments below. I'll be reading them. Don't forget to like if you crave more chaos, and subscribe to BB Secrets Daily so you never miss a single twist. The storm is coming, and in Los Angeles, no one is safe.